Hello, everyone. Welcome to the second day of Devex's coverage of the World Health Assembly. I'm Vince Chadwick. I'm the Brussels correspondent for Devex. I'm joined today by Amruta Byatnal, who's our Asia Pacific editor. And it's always great to get the Devex family together around the world for these kind of events. So good to be with you, Amruta. The sessions we're having today are about vaccine equity. And I'm sure many of our listeners will be here eager to hear from the CEO of AstraZeneca, Pascal Soriot. And we've also got a panel coming up later with the health minister from Sierra Leone as well. So stay with us. There's a really interesting group of speakers. I'm looking forward to the final session on IP rights as well, a hot topic at the moment. And we've got the Pharmaceutical Manufacturers Association and a speaker, Alan Tahuan, who's probably known to many of our listeners as a fierce advocate for IP sharing, I suppose. So, Amruta, there's plenty to get into today. You might be known to some of our readers as one of the brains behind our checkup newsletter on global health, which recently started. And which is WHA exclusive this week. So I wanted to start by asking what we should expect from this week's edition.
That's right, Chris. Thank you. Happy to be here. So yeah, Checkup this week is going to be all WHA. We're going to be talking about the decisions that are being made, including ones that are not being made at the World Health Assembly. Our reporters across the world, including you yourself, Vince, are covering the World Health Assembly, and we're really excited to bring you the insights, some analysis, breaking news from the Assembly as it progresses. I'm also excited that we'll have an exclusive interview with the director, the polio director at the World Health Organization, to talk about what it really means and what the pandemic has meant for polio eradication efforts and what it really will take to eradicate polio as we know it. So yeah, we're excited about it.
And our first speaker today is an interview you're doing with Heidi Larson. She's from the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine. What are you hoping to get into with her?
Right. Vince, I feel like right now we find ourselves at this kind of peculiar stage of the pandemic where, on the one hand, we're dealing with vaccine shortages, as we know. There's severe shortages across the world in many low and middle-income countries. And on the other hand, we're also dealing with vaccine hesitancy and rumors and misinformation. And I'm so glad to be speaking with Heidi today because there's no one else who knows rumors and the way they work and how to navigate them better than her. So yeah, I'm sort of hoping to explore, what she has learned in this pandemic about rumors themselves and how she sort of, works with government leaders and organizations across the world in kind of trying to dispel some of these myths, these rumors, and really bring information in front of the people.
It's an interesting time to be having these conversations with the news coming in today that South Sudan has also joined the list of countries who haven't been able to use their COVAX allocation. I wonder if that might come up. I mean, we've seen similar cases happening in DRC and Malawi, and those of us who like Devex have been following the COVAX struggle to get the doses allocated, it can be horribly deflating to see that the last mile is not working as it should either. Will that feature at all in the conversations today?
Yeah, of course. I'm hoping to bring that up as well because, when we speak about vaccine preparedness and, the preparedness to deal with a crisis at this stage, we're not just talking about sort of, the hospitals and the, infrastructure that it takes to really deal with, the beginning of the crisis, but also the end of the crisis, as we may call it, the vaccine sort of preparedness. And that's something that we're seeing with countries like South Sudan. And I'm hoping to talk about, where does vaccine hesitancy sort of feature at that level too, and what it'll take to really get countries to sort of confront this issue and be better prepared next time.
We'll be listening. So without further ado, here it is.